Systems of inequalities. Let's begin by reviewing how to graph an inequality. If your statement has a less than or a greater than symbol, we graph it with a dotted line. If it's a less than equal to, greater than or equal to, we graph with a solid line. A solid line indicates that the line is part of the answer. When you divide by a negative number, you flip the inequality symbol. So let's look at example 1. First thing we need to do is solve for y. Subtract 3x from both sides, and negative 2y is less than negative 3x plus 18. Now divide both sides by negative 2. Remember, when we divide by a negative, we flip the inequality symbol the other way. And we graph the inequality just like I would an equation. The slope is 3 over 2, and the beginning ordered pair is negative 9. So we start with negative 9, and then we use our slope, 3 over 2. The rise is 3, and the run is 2. The rise is 3, the run is 2. This is a dotted line because it's not equal to, so we will draw our dotted line going through the points. Now determine which way we shade. You always start at the beginning ordered pair, which in this case it is negative 9. Since the equation is greater than, draw an arrow up from the beginning ordered pair. The side that your arrow is on is the side that you shade. You might want to bring out your colored pencils, and this is the side that we shade on, and this is our answer. If I wanted to find if something is a solution, any number inside the shaded region would be a solution. 0, 0 is a solution. Negative 8, 0 is a solution. 3, negative 2 is a solution. However, any number that is on the dotted line will not be a solution. So when we have an inequality, there are several possibilities for solutions. Any number in the shaded region we can plug into this equation and find that it is true. Let's look at example 2. This is where you really want to bring out those highlighters. Let's start with the first equation. Solve the first equation for y. So bringing 2x to the other side, subtracting 2x from both sides, you get negative y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. Divide both sides by negative 1, and because we're dividing by a negative, we need to flip the inequality symbol the other direction. So we have y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. The slope is 2 over 1. The beginning point is 0, negative 4. This is a solid line, so any graph that lands on a solid line will also be an answer. Let's graph this equation. The slope is 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. I need to see all your points on the graph. Do not just draw sketches. I need to see your points. Now I need to shade. This is less than, so we shade below. So draw an arrow from the beginning ordered pair. Since we're shading below, we shade down. So this is the area that I want to shade. I'm finished with the first equation. Let's look at the second equation. X minus 2y is less than 10. Subtract x from both sides. This leaves us negative 2y is less than negative x plus 10. I always want to try to put this in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, so the x term will come first. Divide everything by negative 2. And because we're dividing by a negative sign, then we need to flip the inequality symbol the other way. The slope to this equation is 1 over 2. The beginning ordered pair is negative 5. This is a dotted line because the inequality symbol does not have an equal to. And we shade above because it's greater than. So graphing this equation, we start at -5, which is this point right here. The rise is 1, the run is 2, so up 1 over 2. Down the other way, down 1 over 2. And then we draw our line. We just graphed our second line. What we now want to do is shade above. The graph that has both colors is our solution. So the part of the graph that includes both colors is this piece right here that I have highlighted in yellow. So this is the solution. Any ordered pair in this graph is a solution to this system. 4, 0 is a solution. 5 up 1 is a solution. 0, 0, not a solution. X is less than 6. This is a graph that is going to be a vertical line at x equals 6. It will be dotted. Because x is less than 6, it's going to be all these x values to the left of this line. Let's solve the next equation. X plus y is greater than 4. Subtract x from both sides, and y is greater than -x plus 4. The slope is -1 over 1. The beginning ordered pair is 0, 4. This is going to be shade above because it's greater, and it is a dotted line. And I am going to do this in blue. Start at the beginning ordered pair at 0, 4, and the slope is down 1 over 1. We are shading above the dotted line, so we start at the beginning ordered pair and we draw an arrow up. So anything on this side is what we shade. I can already see where I think my answer is going to fall. It's going to be between here and here, between this blue and this black dots. Next graph is x plus 2y is less than 8. Subtract x from both sides, and 2y is less than -x plus 8. Divide both sides by 2. And y is less than -1/2 x plus 4. The slope is -1/2. The beginning ordered pair is 0, 4. Shade below because it's less than, and it is dotted because there is no equal sign underneath the less than symbol. Start at 4, the beginning ordered pair, which is the same point as before. Down 1 unit over 2, and the other direction. Make sure you label the graphs, and let's shade below. And the solution to the graph is the point where all three colors meet. And that is just this little triangle right here. None of this other is part of the solution. My solution is just the part that covers all three of the colors, and that is this part right here, this little triangle. Example 4. X minus 3y is greater than -9. Subtract x from both sides. -3y is greater than -x minus 9. Divide by -3, and y is less than, because we remember we need to flip the inequality because we're dividing by negatives, is less than 1 over 3x plus 3. This is a shade down. It is dotted. The slope is 1 over 3, and the beginning ordered pair starts at 3, 0, 3. So start at 0, 3, go up 1 over 3, draw our line that's dotted, and shade below. Next equation. 4x minus y is greater than 4. Subtract 4x from both sides. Negative y is greater than negative 4x plus 4. Divide everything by negative 1. And because we are dividing by negative 1, we turn, looks like a nose, we turn it the other direction. So y is less than 4x minus 4. Since this is less than, we shade down. It's dotted. The slope is 4 over 1. And the beginning ordered pair is negative 4. So 0 down negative 4. Up 4 over 1. And we shade below. So take our point. Draw the arrow in the direction that we want to shade, and this is below, so it's everything on this side. So I can already see my answer is going to be somewhere in this bottom right hand side of this. And then the last graph is x plus 2y is greater than negative 2. Subtract x from both sides. And 2y is greater than negative x minus 2. Divide by 2. And y is greater than negative 1/2 minus 1. Let's graph real quick. This is a negative 1. The slope is negative 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. The beginning point was negative 1. That's why we started on negative 1. It's dotted. And we shade up. So the piece that holds all three colors is this part of the graph. Anything inside this part of the graph is a solution. Nothing that touches the line, no points or ordered pairs on any of the lines are solutions. Just what is inside the graph. And this concludes day 1 of Systems of Inequalities.